Raja of Aundh, म्हणजेच औंधाचा राजा. I had seen the Raja. He was never so pompous that he would appoint a poet laureate. But if I were the one, I wouldn't have hesitated to describe him as the great Manu incarnate. When I saw the Raja for the first time, I was only 10 or 11. The Raja was in the twilight of his life. Our town was in great excitement because he was to visit us soon. Our town was in his princely state. It was one of the 4 or 5 taluka places of the state. All the dusty roads of our small town were sprinkled with water that day. The scent of wet soil filled the air. The shops in the market were neat and tidy. The narrow market alley was adorned with a few red-colored banners. Bright golden letters shone on them. Long live His Highness Bhavanrao Pandit Pratinidhi. Courtyards of the houses bordering the road were decorated with rangolis. Citizens thronged the ground in front of the royal residence. Officials were moving about efficiently, readjusting their headgears and stoles. Ladies decked up with kumkum on their forehead stood on both sides of the road, waiting for the Raja's arrival. These ladies belonged to the caste of untouchables, but such discrimination was abolished in his state now, and hence the honor of greeting His Highness was given to them. They were holding brass plates with small lighted lamps. Every alley that opened in front of the royal court was packed with people eager to see the Raja. Their eyes were shining with excitement and respect for the Raja. Everyone sprang forward as the sound of the trumpet rose high to welcome him. Court officials bent deep down to salute. Raja's car arrived. The ladies with lamps greeted him from a distance. I was standing on the open terrace of one of the houses near the royal residence. I was looking down, pressing my chest against the terrace wall. The Raja of Aundh stepped down from his car. Instead of proceeding to the royal palace, he turned back and went towards the line of ladies. He put a rupee or a half in their brass plates. He was the Raja of a state that was not very rich, but his demeanor was that of a Hindu emperor. Every one of these previously untouchable ladies promptly bent forward and bowed to him. He uttered the words, "God bless." He wasn't taking the salutes to himself. He was offering them to God. The Raja made it a point to receive the salutes of the citizens of the deprived class first. He did the same that day and went to the royal palace. He was quite aged, but he walked erect like a flagstaff. While he walked, it appeared as though only his chest was moving forward. His attire was simple, but even his simplicity had a royal elegance. He wore a Brahmin-style, red-colored headgear with a graceful crest. He wore a traditional old-fashioned silken long coat called barabandi and a narrow-bottomed trousers with folds. The only British impact on this attire was the western-styled boots that he was wearing. Otherwise, everything was in pure Maharashtrian style. Anyone who saw him would feel that His Highness had just alighted from a palanquin. The people who had gathered on the terrace cheered him. He looked up. I could see him. Broad forehead, very big eyes, and a pleasant smile. I was pleased. I had seen the Raja. Those 3 lines of sandal paste on his forehead and his big greyish moustaches made quite an impact on my mind.